Hello everybody, this is going to be my video for The Bad Batch episode 11 titled Devil's Deal. And this is a little bit different of an episode. It did not center around the main cast, The Bad Batch, which, it's usually a bit disappointing when shows do that. But I thought they did this pretty well. And, we got to see some old friends from Rebels, and we got to see some new characters too, which is always good. So let me get to it. Um, this episode started off in kind of like a similar situation to one of the previous episodes. The Empire is demanding loyalty once more. This time we are on Ryloth, homeworld of the Twi'leks. Uh, but this time the Senator's like going with what the Empire wants, and obviously the people are going to be against this. Not long after, we meet like a young Hera and Chopper, main characters from the Rebels series, and they are on like a sort of spying mission, but she's just a kid and she's just doing what she is told. Like, she's not like plotting against like the Empire or anything. She gets spotted by some clones and brought back to the city. And I just want to say, I really like what they're doing with this, where they're bringing back, characters from Rebels as well. Because, this series is like a continuation of Clone Wars, so we expect to see like Clone Wars characters, but Rebels was also very good, and I'm glad to see Hera and Chopper here too. And hopefully, this means that we might see them, I don't know, in the Mandalorian series sometime. That'd also be pretty cool. Uh, the clone commander here, Hauser, I think his name is, uh, just wants to, you know, brush it under the rug. Doesn't want to have to report that this little girl was, looking at the refinery. And honestly, he seems a bit too nice for a be like to be like a post Order 66 clone. So I wonder if he's like immune to the inhibitor chip or something, or maybe like Order 66 is like just wearing off, and that might uh that might be part of like an explainer why they stop using clones at some point, but we're not there yet, so we don't know. Meanwhile, the Senator is with Admiral Rampart here, and Crosshair is there too, and he's plotting with them. He wants to get rid of the Syndulas because they're not. He knows that they're not loyal to the Empire. So yeah, this is just a bad dude, and he's willing to sell out his people just for recognition with the Empire. Uh, Gobi, the general Twi'lek, is against the Empire, which most people should be against the Empire. Um, he gets Hera to pilot the ship for him when they're going to pick up some weapons, and because they had to turn in all their weapons to the Empire, they made them they made everybody step down from like military posts and stuff. Um, and we see Crosshair shoot like a tracker device onto the ship, and whenever they go, they meet the Bad Batch, and they show up with the weapon supply, and Hera meets Omega, which this is a pretty cool scene, and hopefully, hopefully they'll have more interactions in the future. Um, so they get the weapons and they go back towards the city, but they get shot down by Crosshair, and immediately they're surrounded by Empire forces, and they get accused of treason. Hauser, the clone trooper from earlier I talked about, he actually protests this. He's like, she's just a kid, because he knows that treason means death. And he's definitely showing empathy. That's something that Order 66 is supposed to, take away from them, at least in most of the instances we've seen. The Syndulas mount like a rescue mission, and they get Hera out, and they're about to execute the senator, but decides not to because they don't want to be like the Empire. They're gonna like try to like do a trial or something. But Admiral Rampart, who's standing like right there, signals Crosshair, who's hiding out in the cliffs, to shoot him, and he shoots the senator, and then all of a sudden more Empire reinforcements show up. The lesson learned here is that, like, even if you're on their side, fascists will throw you away once you're not like useful to them. So, yeah, I mean, the senator, tried to play the wrong side to save his own butt, and ended up biting him anyway. And I think that's about it for this video. And I don't know, I feel like they're hyping up Crosshair, make it like showing us how OP he is. And I mean, he certainly did very well against the Bad Batch earlier, but in this he was just like surgical with all of his stuff, it seemed. So I think they're hyping up him. So, maybe in the next episode we'll see like more Crosshair versus Bad Batch or something else. Who knows? Anyway, I'm looking forward to it either way. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit like and subscribe. And I hope everybody has a stellar night.